Ladies and gentlemen, for a long time on this program, prior to any scuttlebutt about Russia's meddling in the election, we were hot on the trail of Russian moles in this country. Of course, we debuted the Gohmericans on this program. What was that? That was almost 2 years ago, right?
Oh, no, longer.
It was before I was here.
You serious?
Dude, that was like 2013, I think.
We should up. We have video. We have animated version of the Gohmericans. Louie Gohmert, of course, spent his youth studying in Soviet Union and came to America, embedded himself in the most retrograde and revanchist parts of the country in Texas, where coincidentally that Butina, the woman who was arrested as a Soviet spy, also first went to Texas, where she got the idea to infiltrate the Republican Party through the NRA. Coincidence? Maybe. But we have speculated in the past that Congressman Louie Gohmert couldn't possibly be this dumb. That it's a ruse. It is a way to lull us all into not suspecting that perhaps he is what they call, what was it, an illegal? Is that what they referred to, those long-term Russian spies? That he was a deep cover Russian spy. I got news for you. This does not dispel that suspicion in any way. Here he is on Fox News, Fox Business News.
Congressman Louie Gohmert, Republican from Texas. Now, my question to you,
Pause it.
I
wonder why they both smile and sort of laugh at the idea that he is a congressman now. A little suspicious.
You're suggesting Varney might be in on this? Wow.
My question to you, I don't think you know much about what's going to be announced tomorrow, but do you think we can afford it? Another branch of the military, starting almost from scratch? Can we afford it?
Well, we won't be starting almost from scratch, despite all the damage that President Obama did by peeling off NASA into private hands, more crony capitalism. But, Stuart, I don't think we can afford not to do this. Space.
So pause it for 1 second. So is Louie Gohmert there saying that he doesn't like the idea of privatization and we should have had a fully nationalized space program?
Yes, and you'll hear why.
There we go.
Space, I mean, since I was a little kid in the 60s, it appeared clear to me, despite movies like Alien where corporations own space, I thought, we can't afford to allow corporations to control space. That has got to be controlled by government, because whoever controls space can control planet Earth. And so it's too important not to be able to control that. We've already got people like China and others that are trying to get satellites up there where they can blackmail us at some point. It's something we've got to do. We've got the technology. We were the leaders.
Wait, what are they going to do? China's got the satellites up there to blackmail us?
No,
they can see inside your house.
In Louie Gohmert's mind, it's like China's like, we have space now. We will send special Chinese-designed laser beams into your forehead.
They're going to project a lewd picture of Gohmert onto the moon.
Okay.
I told you I didn't want the goat sex picture on the moon. God damn Chinaman.
This is, for all we know, maybe Putin sent Gohmert over here to fight the Chinese space program. Go ahead.
Us at some point. It's something we've got to do. We've got the technology. We were the leaders, and we have got to get back to where we can defend our country in space.
We got to get back to where we can defend our country in space.
It's a major agenda of mine to not allow us to defend ourselves in space.
That is very odd.
Keep space black. Obama 2012.
Return to the golden years of the Star Wars.
Look, Louie Gohmert is not proposing this. He's not shooting from the hip here. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to space. Play the second clip.
I remember the moon shot. I remember the 1960s.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Apollo 13 and all the rest of it. And public attention was grabbed by NASA because we were
Yes.
intrigued, I think, at the exploration of space. Do you think that
Exactly.
public opinion is going to be grabbed by the Space Force, which is essentially a military operation in space? Can you sell it?
Well, it's a tougher sell now than when Kennedy made his declaration that we would put a man on the moon, because Lyndon Johnson happened since then. The war on poverty that spent trillions of dollars and didn't help get any greater percentage out of poverty, not until we started putting work requirements on welfare. So more people are focused on welfare and what the government's going to give me than they were in 62, 3 when Kennedy was pushing us to reach for the heavens. So it's a tougher sell, but it's one that we have got to do in order to defend our country.
Yeah. Is he quoting Star Trek there? That's what.
That really?
Yeah. What? How is he quoting Star Trek?
You mean like when Captain Kirk said welfare almost destroyed the space program before it started?